of Metahumans Mondays. We've got a packed show today with lots of good stuff we're going to go over. Some recent news, but also I'm going to break down a lot of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, which I'm noticing isn't really being done too much right now. And I actually got some stuff to show off here that some of you might not even be aware of yet because it just barely broke out within the last few hours. Some exclusives, especially the IDW stuff I'm going to show you here today. But before we jump into all of that, I'd like to introduce our new guest, Ivan. How you doing, Ivan?
I'm pretty good. I'm happy to be on here.
Awesome.
It's always an honor to chit chat with you guys.
And then Francisco, Boy Blunder. How you doing, brother?
What's up, everybody? I'm doing pretty good, pretty good.
All right, so I'm gonna dive right into this right here because I want to try to get through it as quick as I can without saying too much because there are a lot of slides I gotta go through here. So let me we're gonna breeze through this. I'm gonna go right into the first topic here, which is before we get into the San Diego Comic-Con stuff. Actually, I was gonna ask you, Francisco, if you saw this. The Korg Deadpool where they're reviewing Ryan Reynolds the trailer for his movie. Did you see this?
No, I have not seen it yet.
Oh man.
Did it just come out?
It did, yeah. It did just come out. I was gonna have you watch it earlier, but I mean, Ivan, you saw it, so so basically what happens, Francisco, is like he gets Korg to come on the couch with him and basically do like a YouTube trailer reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's hilarious because like it's Korg, you know. But the most interesting part about this is that this is technically like Disney related because Korg. This is the Korg from the Disney movie, and so we haven't seen like a Disney cross into a Sony or other way, right? This is the first time Deadpool crosses into Disney.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because it's like there's something going on there then if it's Deadpool and Korg from the movies.
Yeah.
So it's like does that mean something's going on? Are we gonna have a new Deadpool movie with Thor or Korg or anybody else that'll jump in?
I think this is great that they did this and it's hilarious. It's probably one of the there were some parts where, like, especially when Korg popped out, it physically made me like chuckle a bit because I couldn't. I couldn't believe. I was like, what? This is so random, you know? And Korg was such a cool character in the Thor movie too. So,
just watching them in the trailer, it's just as soon as I saw the backdrop to it, I was like, no way. I mean, I was thinking like, oh man, Thor's gonna come out or somebody. Then it's Korg. And it's like it was just one of those moments where you're like in awe. And I mean, like Ruben said, I chuckled too because it was like, it was Disney style, but they kept, you know, Ruben mentioned this too. You know, they kept Deadpool pretty. You know, we're gonna be okay. It looks like, you know, like we're gonna. Yeah, I think Mickey Mouse might be crying after they do Deadpool 3. You know, so.
Yeah, I never really thought about it, but they kind of make a cool duo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can see it too.
It's kind of funny, dude. Like I didn't like expect them to for it to work out like that, but when you watch it, so basically they're reviewing Ryan Reynolds' movie called Free Guy, and it's essentially he puts on these glasses that I still don't even fully know what the plot is, honestly, even after seeing the trailer. Like, he puts on these glasses that someone gives him, and then he sees the world in a different perspective. It's almost like he's enhancing it, right, Ivan? How would you explain it, dude? Because I'm kind of...
well, I guess my take on it was more like he's if they're like a computer program or a video game, and he doesn't know it. So his life, you know, in the video games we play the section and so we know the burglary's coming or something. It's like say GTA, right? You play that, and so it felt like all of a sudden he gets a rude awakening. Like I'm a computer, like I'm a figure in a computer or a story, and he's just shocked because all this time, like it's kind of like a Matrix kind of situation, you know?
Kind of, yeah.
Like a funny-ish Matrix like moment where he realizes like he's not that important in this world.
Yeah.
So it's. I mean, I hope it's good. I mean, it looks funny, and I sometimes, I mean, some of these movies start off funny and they just fall flat flat.
Yeah, to be honest, like I was excited about Korg and Deadpool. I mean, it kind of failed in making me want to watch the Free Guy movie.
Yeah. I personally thought that it was actually a good movie for them to sit there and kind of talk about it, because it was like they were kind of making fun of it,
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, now did it intrigue me to go watch Free Guy? Nah. I mean, I'll wait for it whenever it comes out, whatever platform.
Yeah.
But I mean, but like you said, it just intrigued to see Korg and Deadpool sitting down, and just, you gotta watch it, man. I think that it stole the show right there.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty funny. It just came out. I mean, I'm not even talking about the movie Free Guy. I'm just saying, just watch this, the YouTube video.
Yeah. So it overshadowed that much, huh?
Yeah.
It did.
You'll see what I mean when we mean Francisco when you see it, and it's like 4 minutes long, something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just under 4 minutes. Yeah.
So I'm gonna dive deep into this because we got a lot to go through here. So there's a lot of different news going on, but San Diego Comic-Con is such a beast in itself, and even though it's all digital this year, there are a ton of exclusives that are going to be dropping. And so what I'm going to do here is do our watchers a favor of showing them some of the highlights. There's no way I can go over every single figure. It's way too much. But I will go over some. So I'm going to pick a couple brands here and kind of showcase some of the exclusives they got. So the first one I'm going to show you all here is the Super 7. This is the giant vinyl Mickey. Super 7's got a Disney license to do articulated Disney figures, which is a first ever. When I say Disney figures, I don't mean like Marvel and everything, because we know Disney owns everything now, right? But like
yeah,
I mean like Disney, character cartoons. So they're doing this giant vinyl Mickey with cloth goods, and he comes with some scissors. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this was like the highlight of the ones that they're dropping, in my opinion. Only because I haven't seen something like this done. It's pretty cool, and it's Mickey Mouse. And as weird as this sounds, you see a lot of, when you go to the Disney store or something, you see like a lot of Disney princesses or Star Wars stuff and all this. But when you really think about it, like actual Mickey Mouse toys kind of aren't really a thing that much anymore,
Yeah.
Like Mickey Mouse.
Pretty rare to find.
Yeah, like you don't like walk in there and find like Donald Duck toys and like, you know what I mean? Like even though they own that, it's like they're not really doing anything with it. So
yeah, and if you do find one, it'll be Mickey dressed in some kind of Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Star Wars.
There you go.
Something.
Yeah, nothing like classic.
Yeah, no classic.
Yeah, so out of the Super 7, there's a lot of stuff they have. There's another really good figure they got. It's a Godzilla. It's like the retro Godzilla.
I saw that one. Retro.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool too. It's a smaller scale one. I will say this though, this Super 7 is not going to take place during the San Diego Comic-Con per se. This is the stuff that would have been at San Diego Comic-Con as their exclusives. But instead, what you're getting is they're doing like this. I think we talked about it last episode, but now we're actually showing you one of them here. But they have like what they call the Super 7 Spectacular, kind of, sort of, still at Homicon, and that's like their separate show that they're doing. And July 21st at 12 p.m. noon Pacific Standard Time, this giant size Mickey and a bunch of other figures will go on sale. So heads up, it's kind of like if you were at San Diego Comic-Con. Although the odd thing is you're not going to be able to get this on the Comic-Con website. You literally have to go to the Super 7 site separate to get this and the other exclusives. So heads up on that.
Super 7, weren't they the ones that released that He-Man and Skeletor, but from the movie?
They did. I think so. They had it. Yeah, they had the He-Man license right after Mattel. They took it over, actually. Yeah.
Those figures. I mean, I only got my hands on He-Man, but I wanted Skeletor.
Oh yeah.
From the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my good. I mean, at first I almost passed out on the price, but I mean, when you have it in your hands, it's a wow figure, you know.
Yeah, that was the Manganiello, right? The actor, the version from the movie, right?
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren, I believe. Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, and the funny thing, right before I had picked it up, my kids, because you know, He-Man's all coming back on Netflix and all these other shows and stuff like that. So they watched the movie. They were kind of like, well, it's not the kind of He-Man I like, but the figure itself is pretty legit, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, super. I think my son picked up one of the wrestlers too. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they did some wrestler figures too.
Yeah. So it's they're coming up, you know.
Yeah, they are. There are a lot of different properties. So, I mean, the Super 7's got a lot of cool stuff coming in. From there, I'm gonna jump right to the next one. Storm Collectibles. Did you see these, Francisco?
Yeah, I saw those.
Yeah. So we've got a Golden Axe, the video game. Did you guys ever play Golden Axe?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dude, Golden Axe is cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I think if viewers out there haven't tried it, they need to try it. I mean,
it's making a comeback on the arcade 1-ups, I think.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun because that has a 3-player like possibility. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I think it is gonna be. I don't know 3 or 4, but it's gonna be the multiplayer. I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about it being a multiplayer. But I mean, it's one of those games that it's good to jump back into it. You know.
Yeah. It takes me to those days of like Double Dragon and like you know what I mean, like
those fun beat 'em ups.
Heck yeah,
beat 'em ups.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a different colored Death Adder here, of course. This is green and purple, which I think actually looks cool, man.
Oh yeah.
There's the regular version that exists in the regular line, which is like just the flesh version with the red. But this is the San Diego Comic-Con special color, limited event exclusive. And then I'm a fan of Darkstalkers. I always like Darkstalkers. So you got Dimitri here in a different color getup. The regular version is blue. Now we got him here in a green and red. So yeah, so this is but you know what would trip me out about this though? We got 2 Dimitris. What an interesting you would have thought we started with Morgan, right?
Yeah. Morgan would always be the start.
Yeah, like isn't this weird? Like here they're really milking this guy right now, aren't they? Like they're like it feels a little lazy, like hey, we're just gonna switch the color on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing with Death Adder, right? Like, yeah, because you know when Morgan drops, it's I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll have to order a full case for the store here when Morgan drops. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
it just looks like they weren't trying. I mean, they look decent. It looks like they just weren't trying hard. They're just like let's just change this color, let them roll out. You know?
Yeah. Oddly enough, though, for some reason, I'm used to seeing the blue colorway on Dimitri, but the green one actually looks pretty cool, man. So does the Death Adder. Yeah.
Yeah, the green one. Yeah, the color. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. I mean, the way it is, it looks good.
Yeah, I'm curious as to why they didn't try to release a Street Fighter exclusive this year. I wonder if I don't know, are they losing the license or what's going on? I haven't seen any other progress on Street Fighter and for Storm collectibles, you know?
Yeah. It could be. I mean, I read that somewhere there were I think other companies were trying to get that license for it. The other stores.
Yeah.
I mean, the licensing. So maybe they're in negotiation.
Maybe. You know what? Before I move to the next slide, I'm actually really curious about this because, you guys both have backgrounds in video games a lot. You know, Francisco, I'd love to hear you start off first. Seeing as like how they get these video game properties like this, what is a video game property that you haven't seen them do figures for, that you think they're totally blowing it, like someone should do? Like what?
Really? Definitely, I would honestly say, well, keeping in the sense of fighting games like the Darkstalkers and all that. I would probably go with Rival Schools. Because Street Fighter is about to end their DLC because Street Fighter, which is it right now, 5?
I think it is.
They're on their last DLC bunch, and the last character I think is gonna be Akira from Rival Schools. So everybody's just like that got everybody in an uproar. It's like, oh, we want more. And right now, that is the opportunity to start bringing out Rival Schools action figures like these. But it's interesting because they keep bringing out a lot of Darkstalker stuff, but we don't see or hear any news of any Darkstalkers game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, these actually do sell. How do you say it? Like the want?
Yeah.
It's there. People want them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, at the moment they do
the demand
property with Darkstalkers, and the demand, it's like it's gone before you know it. If you miss it, they're gone, and then you try a second market, and you're already extravagantly paying for them if you want them.
Yeah, perfect example of that is the Axe Battler from Battle Axe. See, I didn't know this line had come out, and so I missed the boat on ordering that too. And now that dang figure's like $300 something, you know what I mean? And it was only 129 on release or something, which was already expensive, but it got more expensive now,
Yeah, I mean, it's just especially right now with all that and a lot of this new generation of kids, they're backing into anime, and so they're finding out about a lot of these properties that most of us, most kids growing up wouldn't even have finched or even looked at,
Yeah.
And so now it's like it amazes me, and it makes me feel proud to see a 12-year-old, 13-year-old talking about stuff like this that never batted an eye before about it,
Yeah.
So I think that hopefully they'll come out with more figures. I mean, they have a good amount of stuff that they can actually do, even maybe another video game property,
Yeah. Yeah. An example of that is there's a toy company called Premium DNA, and they're releasing Battletoad action figures, like the first ever articulated.
Sick. Yeah.
So if you go to their website and you click on dealers, there's only like 10 or 12 dealers or something. I forget the number, but Metahumans is on there. We're one of the ones. So we actually have a full wave, like boxes of the Battletoads. When they come out, they'll be at the store. So we're one of like the few stores. So that'll be pretty awesome. So, but that's a cool example. And they also got the license to Earthworm Jim, which I think will make a cool action figure. They had some cool action figures from Playmates back in the day, but to bring him back like fully articulated would be great, Yeah.
It'd be nice to see also like some Metal Slug stuff too.
Dude, Metal Slug.
Dude, check this out. I actually found these online. I couldn't help it. I actually ordered them.
Neo Geo shit, dude?
This little Fio model.
Oh, wow. What?
And then it came with the little camel too, so the little guns.
Yeah. Bro, Metal Slug. Metal Slug was so fun, dude. Pizza Hut used to have a Metal Slug arcade. Used to play that shit all the time.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yep. We'd be fighting for that little Metal Slugger video game making line right there.
Yeah.
Dude, nobody talked about that shit. Metal Slug, bro. That's a good property, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm gonna look into that. That's a good property, man. Well, why don't we see no Metal Slug nothing? Is whoever has the rights, maybe they're making it difficult to get them released or something, because how could it be that we haven't seen, I don't see Metal Slug anything really, right?
Yeah.
A little model kit of the tanks would sell so much, dude, but I mean I have seen some, but again, limited and extremely rare quantities.
Yeah.
And they're already just way overpriced for the ones that are.
Yeah, and those are the properties that I mean, I've seen them, and I mean, they're cool, they're awesome, and it brings back, it takes a lot back to nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
I mean, but it's whoever has that property, either they're sitting on it or they just want too much for the property.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up, man. That's a weird one. I'm surprised that's not like more out there,
Oh, dude, I found these on, I think it was Entertainment Earth. And it was, I think, for $15. I just jumped at it, and apparently it was the last one in stock. So
crazy, man.
Yeah, Entertainment Earth always has a couple of stuff that is probably the best place to get stuff sometimes. Like if you're ordering online.
Yeah, we have an account with them, so a lot of stuff the figures we get come from Entertainment Earth, and it's been pretty good so far. Except we had one case though, Francisco, where we got a third Doctor Doom instead of we had like an extra Doom packed instead of arcade in the last Marvel Legends wave. which was so bizarre. It's totally a factory error, right? But yeah. But the rest of the figures were there though. Jumping into the next one here, for all the Dragon Ball fans.
Dragon Ball.
We've got the Beerus and Francisco, if you know the name of the other one, chime in.
I'm not sure on the name, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up, because I am like, when I say like Dragon Ball, I would read the manga, but like Dragon Ball the manga, not like Dragon Ball Z. Like I was reading like the OG, you know?
The OG one.
Yeah. So this is.
I haven't caught up with Super at all either.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, got it here. All right. So it is. This character's name is Wiz. Ah. Okay. You know what? I've heard that already.
Wiz.
Yeah.
Toy Wiz.
Yeah.
Toy Wiz.
Toy Wiz. Toy Wiz is a good content creator, dude. Yeah. He does like YouTube videos.
He does YouTube, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he was going to come to Imperial Valley Comic-Con last year, but he ended up not being able to make it. He was going to do some coverage. That would have been cool. Or last year, I'm sorry, year before. We have a whole year that disappeared and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Beerus exclusive color edition. The figure will retail for $50. Well, if you're lucky, you can get it. And then you got Wiz event color exclusive, which will retail for $50. And then I don't have it listed here, but there's a Nappa figure, which is going to retail for $70. He looks pretty cool too. And then there's also a Tamashii Stage Dragon Ball Goku figure as well. Now, fair warning on this. I actually last year, I keep saying that, man. I keep forgetting we lost the whole year. When San Diego Comic-Con last happened, I actually had ordered no. Okay, so when San Diego Comic-Con had happened, I did get the Dragon Ball figures. They had them at the booth for Tamashii Nations, so on and so forth, Bluefin. But last year when they had the what we call COVID Con, you know what I mean? Whenever everything got shut down, it was still online, and I had ordered them through the website because the digital platform of San Diego Comic-Con, it has like this layout with a map, and you click the brand that you want to see what they have exclusive, and it takes you to their exclusive link on their site to show you what San Diego Comic-Con exclusives they would have had at the real physical show. And I had ordered like one of each of their stuff, and man, I'm not kidding you, we barely got those, like maybe like only like, I don't know, when did we have...
Almost a year later?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not kidding. It literally was like a year later. So, supposedly they were stuck, like, embargoed, like, on a ship or something. So, be fair warned. I'm not saying that's going to happen 100% again, but be wary. This might be the one exclusive from all of the brands that, like, even though you order it, you're not really going to see it when you should. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And I was kind of bummed at that, because then it felt more like... It felt less like an exclusive and more like you were just like they didn't actually have it in existence. They just had like samples, and they were just kind of having you like prepay for what they were going to end up making. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Eventually making.
Yeah. So, but for like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, you shouldn't be doing that, especially now with the brand as big as Tamashii Nations. You know what I mean? Like you should just, you know what I mean? They have enough product that they sell that they should come correct, because they're a multi-million-dollar brand. You know, so. But I will say this, the Beerus looks badass, dude. I always like how that character looked. I'm not even sure how he is on the show fully, but he always looked really cool to me, just because he's like a Sphinx cat look, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And then Wiz, I'm not familiar with Wiz, so, but it's definitely a unique character design, you know? Yeah. Jumping right.
I'm not too familiar with him either, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, Beerus looks cool though. Next in, we're gonna jump into some Mattel stuff here. What do you see there, Ivan? Did it pop up on your end right there? What do you see there? Who popped up?
I lost it here.
Oh. All right, so
I lost the feed.
We got none other than Sergeant Slaughter himself. So we got Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter.
So
that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty. I picked up the Mr. T last year.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I think we got a pattern going on here, huh? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we had Mr. T last year. Now we got Sergeant Slaughter. Interesting. I didn't know why I didn't put that together.
I think with Mattel, they're trying to do. I think the next one up is Iron.
Oh, Iron Sheik. Yeah.
And then Colonel Mustafa.
Okay. Yeah. He does.
But I like him more as a bad guy.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I know he's from wrestling, but I remember him from G.I. Joe. Yeah. Like with those PSA, like the things he would say sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I remember him from.
Yeah. It's like him and
we're Mr. T with the A-Team, huh? Yeah.
And the other movies, he's always like, oh yeah, Mr. T with the A-Team. I mean, it's like when, what was it with Rocky? Was it Rocky 2?
Oh, yeah.
Rocky 2, I think. When he came out, you know, you're like, what?
Yeah. He made his appearance.
Yeah.
Mattel's got a lot of stuff. There's no way I'm gonna go over all of it. I'm just highlighting a couple of them here, but so heads up, like the Mattel stuff is gonna be live from a site called Mattel Creations.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and it's just this thing. They're just like creating it and stuff. Like they're trying to like put their own. I think if I'm not mistaken, theirs will be like linked through the San Diego Comic-Con site. It sounds like you should be able to click on their link through the floor plan that's there, you know. But it says this year's exclusives will be available on Mattel Creations on Thursday, July 22nd. So notice everyone seems to be doing like different days on different stuff, which is that's pretty confusing to be honest. But
yeah.
But I mean, you know, if you got your eye on something, you know, target it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slaughter's gonna be what's Slaughter's price here? And again, this is just one of the many things they got on here. But Slaughter's price is, I had it right now. So if you want a Sergeant Slaughter, he's gonna be $35.
35, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so he's at $35 for Slaughter.
I mean, the only thing that I'm noticing in the picture is that Slaughter doesn't come with a lot of accessories as Mr.
I know.
T came in.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that too.
The best thing about Mr. T was that he had all them gold chains, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I pity the fool.
I pity the fool,
yeah. The next one on the Mattel that I'm going to highlight here because I thought it was pretty funny and kind of cool, actually, because I thought this was hilarious in the movie. But we got Kevin, which I think is the most hilarious name for the bird. Kevin from Pixar's Up. This is from the Spotlight series. Kevin's gonna retail for $40.
I wonder if that one's gonna sell. I mean, Kevin was cool in the movie Up, but I mean, he wasn't like say per se the pop.
Yeah, it's been in babies. That's what it says here. Forget about that. He's got his little chicks. But yeah, I mean, you know, Disney fans are Disney fans, so yeah, I totally agree with you. It's pretty random, but at the same time, if it's sold out, I guess I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's one of the great things I like about the this time of the year with the San Diego Comic-Con like exclusives and all that stuff, or all the con exclusives now. They'll come out with either something that's really like you know, Sergeant Slaughter. You don't expect it, but a lot of people love it.
Yeah.
And then stuff like this, where it's like you just don't expect it at all. You're like, huh? But next thing you know, like you said, it's gonna sell out, and there's gonna be because they're obviously only gonna make limited quantities of these because they're only available for this year.
Yeah.
So it's interesting the characters they pick out at times too.
Yeah. You know, I think that being like I got a buddy that's like he's just a Disney buff, so I'm pretty sure he'll be one of the guys that will pick it up just because he's all about Disney, you know. Like I don't think I will, but man, if I would have done the dog from Up, I probably would have got it. you know. But it's it's so random, like you said. It's so random. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Francisco. I do like the obscure things that they pick out, though. You know, it makes it kind of fun. And like, since it's not at mass retail, I guess it doesn't matter because they're gonna make limited anyway. So it's kind of like the time to put out something more obscure, right?
If you don't get it now, I don't know if you're gonna want to pay $400 or $500 later.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even more.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not go that far. When what was it? I've been chasing it forever. It was the Boba Fett with the Han Solo and Carbonite.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was at Comic-Con, what, like $50?
Uh-huh.
And now, I mean...
What's it at now?
5?
Really? I don't doubt it, but yeah.
500. Yeah, 500.
I paid $150 for it to some guy out of his back trunk at a Target parking lot in El Cajon. And he was like a DJ. Ones. I saw him on Craigslist, but I missed it at Comic-Con. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pay premium now, but it's probably gonna be worse later, you know? Yeah. And it did get worse, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing about that now is that Boba Fett's getting so saturated. Before it was really hard to get your hands on a Boba Fett, you know?
Yeah. Now there's a lot of Boba Fetts, right? A lot of selection. It's funny you're talking about Star Wars, because that's like the next thing that's on here.
That's the next thing.
Yeah. So now we're gonna jump into Hot Wheels. Obviously, there's no Mattel without Hot Wheels, right? So
yeah.
Here we got a and you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at, but it's like it's a Star Wars car. I don't know if you.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that part, but I'm still trying to figure out of who.
Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to be like the Green Vader in the back, and it's like I don't know. I'm gonna admit it's kind of weird. Like with these kinds of things, I would have been more stoked on like a little Rogue One jet or something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
By the look of it, actually analyzing or like seeing it as best as I can, I think you are actually right, and it is the Green Vader in the back.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It does look like that.
If you look closely at the top of the I guess of the where the passenger and the driver's seat are, you see like the like that little fin that he has in the helmet, and then you can see the little like. It's like a smushed Vader helmet.
Yeah, smushed Vader helmet. Yeah. Well, I mean, this the little car is gonna be $20. So
$20.
I think that's pretty expensive for what it is, but it's probably all packaging they're charging you. You know.
Yeah,
but then like you said, like wait a couple of 3 years later, you're like, you know what? I should have gotten that Hot Wheels car. You look then.
Yeah.
You so regret it later.
Hot Wheels is a whole nother thing, though, man. There's some Hot Wheels Hot Wheels collectors are like hardcore, though. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean, and especially now where I'm not a big fan of the series like the Fast and Furious, but there's a lot of people that want those cars.
Yeah.
Little Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Fast and the Furious though got out of hand now. I heard they're like in space and shit now though. Like.
Oh, bro. We went. My kids wanted to see it, right? So I said, well, let's go. I was like, they're like, why do you want to go so late? I said, because that way no one sees me walking. But it's just it's so random.
Yeah, that's really random, dude.
Like, don't get me wrong, the first one was good. It was a good car movie, you know.
Yeah.
And then the second one was like, okay. But then all of a sudden it's like I'm just waiting for them to bust out some lifesavers or something.
Yeah. Might as well, bro. Might as well,
Yeah, it's just like all of a sudden you have a long lost brother. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
I mean, it turned to a popcorn movie.
Yeah.
Kids want to watch it. I mean, but I sat there and I was like, I'm never gonna get these 2 hours back.
No, and since they've already gone as far as to what is it, number 9, right?
Yeah.
Number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they've got that far, they're gonna go for 10.
Oh
they have to complete it.
Yeah, they are.
They announced it. They're going for it. The Juggernaut. I was like, Jesus, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump right into the next one here. To all the He-Man fans, we got Scareglow. You guys see it there? Complete with glow-in-the-dark effects.
Scareglow, yeah.
So, man,
that's awesome.
I wasn't getting into this line because I thought the He-Mans he has a tiny head on the body, and
Yeah.
but man, if this Scareglow doesn't actually look pretty freaking cool, man. I'm actually might bite at this one personally. This might be the only Mattel thing I get.
I think this is gonna be one of the ones to actually.
Yeah. I think I'm.
Yeah, it's one of those that you want to actually get.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree, because even though I'm a wrestling figure fanatic, I think I might pass up on Sergeant's daughter and get this one. You know.
Yeah.
It's wow. You know?
This one's cool, man. And it glows in the dark.
If it's gonna have like a window like cover so you can see it and you don't have to take it out of the box.
Oh yeah, it has a nice box too. I don't know if it has a window cover though. Yeah. That'd be nice.
That would be cool. That would be so cool. Just put it in the dark.
Yeah, it'd be so. Yeah, hey, that'll be your little nightlight right there.
Yeah. This one's gonna go for $35 too. So I'm expecting this one to be like one of the hot ones, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's gonna go. Yeah, if this was physically in person at San Diego Comic-Con, this would be chaos to get this one. This is like one of those ones that would sell out like first day, you know? Psycho. Jumping into the next section. So that's all I'm going to do for Mattel, because there's just way too much. But here's some of the breaking ones. These ones right here, these literally dropped like within the last hour. So this stuff is, or before we started the show, this stuff, you're not even going to hear about it till tomorrow or the day after. It breaks all the news. These are the IDW exclusives. I got like a little heads up on this early. So I'm going to show everybody here. So you're probably seeing it here first. Yeah, G.I. Joe number 284. So I'm about to show you the entire line of the IDW comic book exclusives. And as far as San Diego Comic-Con goes, IDW has the most exclusives out of any comic publisher, with exclusives for the show, if that makes sense. So if another publisher puts out an exclusive, they might have like 1 or 2 books, but IDW, you're about to see right now, I mean, we've got like over 10, you know, or something around that range. So starting off, and I don't even think this is necessary, I'm going to be honest with you, but 2 different covers for a Comic-Con. I mean, one is good. I mean, I don't really know if we needed 2. You know what I mean? It's kind of overhaul, in my opinion, here, because it's literally the same book. But you got a cover A and a cover B. And the cover A, I'm not really sure who it is featured. I think that's Flint on the right. But it looks cool. I actually like that one more than the one on the right. The cover B has Sherlock. It has the 3 characters on it, but Sherlock is the one in the middle, and she's a newer character. So yeah, so these G.I. Joe books, these are for the standard, and they're the convention edition. You'll be able to find these along with the rest of the stuff I'm about to show you July 23rd. All right, so yeah, it gets more confusing. The other one, the toys seem to be the 22nd, but you have to wait till the 23rd for these. So yes, that's kind of weird. Yeah.
Ruben, on WonderCon, how well did the G.I. Joes for WonderCon sell?
They sold out. I will say this.
So then you think there's a possibility of these selling out as well?
I think so, yes, but these will not be the first to go. So if you don't like, if you're gonna jump in there to try to get a book, don't be worried that these will be the first ones to disappear. However, don't wait too long either if you want them. You know what I mean? I think it's obvious that the Ninja Turtle stuff is gonna go the fastest. You know, and we're gonna show you that in a little bit right now. I think the TMNT stuff is gonna go the fastest though. But after a while, the G.I. Joe stuff will go too. Especially with the G.I. Joe movie coming out and all this and that. Because there's 2, I don't expect them, and I personally like the art on the one on the left, but you know, it's literally the same book inside. You know what I mean? Yeah. So these are going to be I'm gonna give you the price here, $10. That is really good. Wow. So $10.
Pretty price, yeah.
Yeah. And they're going to be offering a cover A and B, a combo of the 2 for a discounted rate. And it does not say what the 2. It seems like they're going to make it easier for you. It also does not give me a print run. So be wary of that. A lot of times on the day of the when they get released, you get some sort of a print run, you know. And they did crazy print runs. Last year, the one that went the quickest was the Peach Momoko Usagi Yojimbo, and holy shit, that thing had a print run of like really low. It was like less than 300 or you know. And when you're opening less than 300 for like worldwide, that's psycho, you know. So, and that book ended up going for like $400 or $500 out the gate, you know, and it was only like a $10 buy-in. So,
damn,
pretty psycho on that, yeah.
I think these will start selling once all the turtle stuff is gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because you get into this situation where you're trying to load your cart, and like you know what happened last year, and this is pretty cool because Francisco and I went back and forth last year. I literally remember, Francisco, I messaged you. I was like, "Hey, bro, Last Ronin, remember that?" And then I swear, I would almost bet money, like, Francisco, you had to have been like the last human on Earth that ordered it. You know what I mean, or something, because like the second you ordered it, it sold out. You know what I mean? Like it was that close. And like I didn't even tell you like that long after it went up. So it just goes to show how fast these things go, you know? It is psycho. I almost
jumped on 2 copies, but I thought about it too much too.
So that's the thing. That's the thing, is like what I'm about to show you all here, everyone watching, make your decisions, because as much as you're going to want a lot of this, you might not be able to get all of it. So pick your favorites and go for that first, and don't get greedy and try to load your cart with others, because you probably will lose the one you really wanted while you're trying to load your cart with the others. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
That will happen. So so next, as we see here, we've got a book that I have not heard of, but shoot, I am interested in. It's called Bermuda. And it's a girl on a chameleon, so I'm like sold. I don't even know what this is about, but the colors look cool, and then like
just
the art looks super nice. I've seen some of it on the previews. And it looks interesting. I'm interested in reading.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go for this one.
Yeah, it's like one of those comics that just intrigue you. Hopefully, once we read it, it gives us insight of what we're reading. For that cover, it just catches you.
Yeah. I like chameleons and geckos too, so this like really caught me too. And like there's something about well, first off, even in the I need to check it out what the regular cover looks like, but how was the regular cover, Francisco? Did it look cool or no? Did it look as cool as this?
It looked pretty cool. I honestly think this one's more eye-catching, but there is a lot of use of color, so it really gets to you.
Bermuda IDW. Well, John Layman's the writer, so that's cool. He's the one that wrote Chew, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, the regular cover of Bermuda. Oh man, I'm all in on the one I'm looking at right now. I don't really like the regular cover that much, actually. Now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, the regular cover.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's colorful. I like it. You know
Yeah, I'm digging the one we're looking at right now. That one looks cool.
Yeah, that one looks cool.
And like now that I'm looking at it, is that even a
Yeah, I'm digging the one we're looking at.
Bermuda?
Cool. Yeah, that looks cool. And like now that I'm looking at it, is that even
a Oh, I think we're getting an echo on your end, Ivan.
yeah, let me because I got the Alexa hooked up to the TV, so it turned on.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Let
me go.
And then to the right of that, we've got Star Wars High Republic #6.
I got the Alexa hooked up to the TV, so it turned on.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Let me go.
And then to the right of that, we've got.
It's lowering it. I'm lowering. It's alright. It's gone.
This one's kind of so. We talked about this in the past too. The Star Wars High Republic stuff gets a little confusing because there's a Marvel series and there's the IDW series.
Yeah.
Very weird decision to let them do both at the same time and name it literally the same thing.
and I just found out it's also its own novel series separate that's also part of the whole universe.
Oh my gosh.
So apparently this High Republic is like the full focus going on right now. Like you said, there's the IDW series, there's the main comic book series from Marvel, and there's also a whole novel series going on as well.
Yeah,
so it's a lot of reading.
Wow.
Yeah.
This one to me, it is Star Wars, but it's a random number. It's number 6. Isn't that funny? Like, so number 6. The cover's interesting. Since I haven't read it, I don't know who I'm looking at in the characters there, but I guess I'm so used to the Marvel Star Wars High Republic and those characters that I don't know what's going on, like you're saying, in this world, you know?
Yeah, those characters.
But I mean, the colors look great though. The whoever was the colorist on this book, they did a good job. Yeah, it's got more of a pastel feel, you know.
Pastel, yeah. I don't know any. Can't recognize any of those characters.
So
that intrigues me.
Yeah, so Bermuda's gonna be $10 as well. And then Star Wars High Republic is gonna have a price of $10 as well. So you know, in terms of like exclusive, you know, very affordable exclusives. Jumping into the next one, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog, the 30th anniversary, and My Little Pony number 100. Wow, they made it to 100 issues. That's an achievement right there. Friendship is magic. And the Sonic appears to be a one-shot. So it's just like an annual.
Okay, I see it.
So these are 2 exclusives here. You know, the weird thing is the My Little Pony ones tend to have a very low print run. I'll say that. So those, for some reason, also sell for money a lot of times. But I don't know what the print run would be on this one because it is issue number 100. But that book is going to be priced at $12, which makes me think that $2 difference means that it might be a thicker book.
Okay.
And then Sonic the Hedgehog. Wow, Sonic the Hedgehog is going to be priced at $15. So it's got to be a much larger book, especially if it's a one-shot. They're going to try to fit as much as they can in there, you know?
Yeah, a one-shot and a 30th anniversary one.
Yeah.
And then the rumor is that I think that they made a movie, right? So they're talking about part 2 coming out. So
I need to watch that first one still.
It was pretty cool.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
Next down the round here, we're getting to the end here. We've got Kanto, which is super hot series, period, in comics right now. This is Kanto 3. Believe it or not, we're on the 3rd story arc, I guess. It's called Lionhearted. This one's going to be $10. Of course, there's no print run right now, but Kanto's so hot that expect this one to sell out. I think this is going to be one of the ones that's going to sell out first, to be completely honest with you guys. So this is probably going to be one of the ones to get. I have a Kanto number 1 first print San Diego Comic-Con 9.8 in a box. I actually held that. I sold the regular one back in the day, the first print regular, but I kept the other one somehow. I don't know. I almost let it go once, but I ended up just holding on to it. So I'm glad I did that. And then to the right of that, we've got Lock and Key, which I have not read. It's Lock and Key / Sandman, Hell and Gone number 1. This one's going to be $15. I have not read Lock and Key, but I do like Sandman.
Really nice cover.
And this is a Mike Allred cover. So Mike Allred is well known for doing I liked his stuff on X-Force, like the later issues, or X Factor. I'm saying it wrong, but he or not X-Force, yeah, the later issues of X-Force where Dupe came out, the character. He did that one character, Madman? You guys familiar with Madman? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is Madman.
Yeah, like a white character with like the red Thunderbolt, you know?
With the Thunderbolts,
Yeah, so that's why it's kind of funny because he's drawing this kind of similar to that as well. This is another exclusive. But I think out of the two of these, I think the Kanto is gonna go freaking quick. So heads up on that.
Yeah.
That's probably the one. That's probably the one you're gonna have to put in your cart, buy it. And
I think so. Yeah.
Else,
I think Kanto's gonna be it. I think it's gonna be Kanto and probably the last Ronin book you're about to see right now. So now I'm gonna jump into Turtles. So we've got the last Ronin to the left. It doesn't have the trade dress on it yet, but it will. This will be exclusive to the show. And then to the right of that, you've got a really cool Michelangelo cover, an annual 2021. Last year's TMNT Annual for the San Diego at Home convention was a what I called the COVID Turtles cover. It had like the turtles with like COVID masks on. It was pretty unique. I actually dug it. It looked cool, man. They were like flying in the air and stuff. This year's is different. You've got a TMNT Annual and then the last Ronin book. So the TMNT Annual is going to be $12. It's got art by Zach Howard and Nelson Daniel, and it's the official prelude to the major TMNT event, Years in the Making. So this is a prelude. So yeah, the cover is great though. It's got a lot of great detail on it. And then the last Ronin book is going to retail for $20. So the last Ronin book is going to be the most expensive book for IDW. That one says that's for TMNT Last Ronin. What's weird is it's not saying what number issue Last Ronin is, but it's going to be the one that concurrently comes out, I guess, or I don't know. It's kind of vague on here, but it says unexpected allies from the past reveal a possible path to salvation as the Foot Clan sweeps New York City for the Rogue Ronin. So it says this issue's action intrigue will set up the astounding final issues. So you got just this cover of the last Ronin just battered and beaten down, right? Yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that might be one to go there. And then that's gonna do it for the IDW exclusives for San Diego Comic-Con, which is we're on the 19th right now. When we hit midnight, we're gonna be on the 20th. So I mean, it's coming. We got about 2 days, you know.
Yeah.
So heads up, and this is just the stuff I'm showing you now. I know there's a lot of people that are. If IDW barely dropped this today, I'm expecting some other companies to probably have procrastinated or not announced their stuff yet, and they're gonna announce it really late, right? By the time we have next Metahumans Monday, this will all have passed, and maybe we can reflect on some of it. But this is the most we can give you for right now. And then without further ado, we're gonna jump right into the comic book pick of the week. And of course, it wouldn't be any other book other than Mother of Madness, which is dropping this coming week. There isn't going to be a book bigger than this week, that's for sure. This is going to be issue number 1, and for those that aren't aware, this is written by who you may know from Game of Thrones. Forgive me, I don't want to butcher her character name, but she's like, how do you say it, Francisco?
Game of Thrones, Terminator.
How do you say her character name in oh my gosh, Daenerys? How do you say it?
Daenerys?
Yeah.
Daenerys, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to butcher it.
Dinero?
Dinero.
Yeah, but she commends the dragon, right? She's like the dragon master. That's awesome.
So if she's the mother of dragons and she commands the dragons, what is she in the Mother of Madness? she's the writer. But you know what? Now you're saying that, Francisco. Why this is that, and that got announced as an animated show, and he's gonna want to do it as a movie, like Emilia Clarke's gonna want to do it as a show.
Exactly. Exactly. To see how passionate she was, I was really enthused about that. I thought that was really cool. Props to her for you know what I mean. I mean, she doesn't have to take on the meetings with the retailers. She doesn't have to you know what I mean? She's getting involved in an industry. Like, she doesn't need to do this. She's passionate about it, and I respect that, and that's awesome. And not only is this the comic pick of the week, but it's going to be the some spec of the week too. I would recommend holding with these kinds of books. you've come to learn that cover A's do well, because cover A's usually, you know, like Department of Truth, you know what I mean? Like something is killing the children. Like cover A's just tend to be the one that becomes the face of the title, you know? So cover A's at cover price, can't go wrong with that. So I would say, you know, cover A is the way to go. But if we're gonna jump right into some other variants, if you are a ratio collector, there is definitely a lot of ratio covers to get. There is a 1 in 10-ish, 1 in 15. There's also a 1 in 25, which I don't have here.
Oh, those are cool.
But these are the two other ones. I got a 1 in 50, which is the one on the left. The 1 in 50 is Jen Bartel. So the reason why I'm showing these two is they're going to be the two hotter ones. So Jen Bartel is the 1 in 50 on the left. And Mirka Andolfo is the 1 in 100 on the right. So these are the two higher ratios. So heads up, if you're interested in higher ratio variants, there you go. Now you might think the 1 in 100, it's a higher ratio. You might want to go that route, but Jen Bartel's a very popular artist, so the 1 in 50 is gonna command some value as well, you know. And so you've got those two ratio variants right there. So yeah, that's gonna be the comic book pick of the week. So heads up to everyone. It's gonna come out. If you can snag